Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are on day 4 of our 30 stitches in 30 days and this is our crochet waistcoat stitch or crochet knit stitch. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a modification on our single crochet to make it look like these cute little V's which mimic knit stitch from knitting. Alright, so let's jump in. Alright, so to begin with waistcoat stitch, we are going to start with any number of chains, doesn't matter. We're going to do 10 here. I am using our light gray of our Bernat Softy Chunky and an 8mm crochet hook. This is a version of single crochet. We're going to add a row of single crochet prior to starting our waistcoat stitch. Now keep in mind, waistcoat stitch, because it's a single crochet variation, we want to keep our stitches nice and loose as we single crochet. So I will not tighten down this initial yarn over, which I would normally do when I'm single crocheting. So we're going to make sure that we keep this nice and loose, and that's going to make it so that when we crochet into it on the next row, we will turn it into our pretty knit stitch or waistcoat stitch. So let's finish this off. Alright, so here we are at the end of the row. We're going to chain 1 to start the next row, and now we're going to start our waistcoat stitch. So we're going to skip this first one that we just put our chain in. We're going to leave that one alone, and then we're going to be single crocheting under this big loop here, so we can see the loop at the back of our stitch, and then we've got our 2 little V's here at the bottom. Alright, so we've got our horizontal bar here, and then we've got 2 little pieces of our stitch down here below, and we're going to insert our crochet hook in between those 2 V's and under that horizontal bar. And then we're going to drop our loop and finish our single crochet. Okay, so what's happening here? We pulled up 2 loops and now we've created a V and a V here. So basically we're going to cover up this part here and it's going to become this lovely V stitch or knit stitch. So we're going to insert. So we've got our V's at the top of the stitch here. So here's our back loop, here's our front loop, and then here's our 3rd loop here, and then we've got our 2 parts of our stitch down here. That's where we're going. We want to insert our crochet hook in between those 2, and then we draw up a loop and finish off our single crochet. Now it's going to create this lovely V stitch happening here. This is why we keep our stitch nice and loose, because it is hard to kind of jam our crochet hook down into that stitch. And we're going to keep going. Now waistcoat stitch is a really stable stitch, so it's going to create this nice and thick, almost stiff type of pattern because it is a single crochet, and it will be absolutely perfect for like a bag or really anything. This would actually be awesome as anything. It'd be a wicked scarf. You could use it as like a cuff of a mitten. It would look so sweet. Is so many different things. I would love to see what you guys create with this one, whatever you guys create with waistcoat stitch. So if you guys make anything, please tag us on Instagram. We'll share it over to our stories. All right, and then we're going to finish off our row with a single crochet at the end as our anchoring single crochet. All right, so there is our first row. Hopefully you guys can see all of those lovely little V's. And so now we are going to pick that pink out of our yarn. What happened there? Turn our work around, and we're going to continue working same spot. So we want to work in between the 2 V's, and we want to work the under that horizontal bar here. Okay, so we're going to keep our stitches nice and loose, draw up our loop like so. All right, so let's continue working. This one works just as well in the round. Just chain 1 and off you go. All right, and now that we're on the 2nd row here, this is much easier to work. So just keep your stitches, don't pull them super tight, but the more you make this waistcoat stitch, the easier it'll become to insert your hook. All right, so let's keep going with this one, and then I will show you the finished product in a moment. And here we have our finished swatch of our waistcoat stitch. I hope you guys like this one. It was very fun for me to create it. And if you guys click this video on the screen here on the day this video goes live, you can jump back to the very beginning, start at day 1. Or if this is after that, you can definitely click the next video to watch the next one in the series. All right, we'll see you next time.